Hey guys, how you doing? Garth back here again. Well, the adventure continues, riding the big sea train. For those of you who haven't watched this before, you want to watch parts 1 and 2 on this. My name is Garth, and I am a retired comedian, television producer, and I have prostate cancer, and I've been going through this process of trying to be cured of it. And I have been leaving part ones and twos and threes, and now this is part 4 of this series of what happens to you guys that have this disease. Well, if you watched part 3, and if you didn't, I suggest you watch the other series before you get to this part. But I was left with the next step, which was going to be going into for surgery to get coils implanted into me, and have that done. Now, an interesting thing has happened since I started this process. My original urologist was a male guy. He was not a male guy. He was a male. Yeah, the mailman was my urologist. He did it as a sideline. No, just kidding. So anyway, he was a male, and he was cool. I liked him a lot. And then all of a sudden, they called me up and said, Dr. So-and-so is gone. So now you got Dr. So-and-so. I go, well, what happened to the first Dr. So-and-so? I liked him. No, he's gone now. And this happens. And it's like, okay, well, c'est la vie, man. Such is life. So I met my new doctor. It's a female, and she's wonderful. And I did a lot of research on her, and this is something I suggest. I probably mentioned this in some of the previous parts of this, but my son-in-law is a doctor. He's in Oregon, and he's an anesthesiologist. He's a pain specialist. Wonderful kid. I love him. And I ask him questions, and I say, well, I got a new doctor. Can you check out this doctor? And he'll look her up or look him up. And he told me, oh, she's great, man. She's got a lot of experience. So, it's always a good idea to check the doctor that's working on you as far as, if they're going to do procedures, especially like these coils I had to go in for last week. How many have they done? Are they good at it? That kind of thing. So I met with my new female doctor, and this was after the last part we did here. And I said, well, what is this coil thing? What are you going to do? And she says, well, the coils are 24 karat gold, and they're very tiny. They're the size of a grain of rice, probably, or smaller. And we do a thing where we go in through your groin, and we put these 3 coils around the area of the cancer, and that protects the rest of your body from the radiation, which I'm going to be getting. In the old days, from what she told me, when they did radiation, and this is, decades ago, but it's kind of horrifying. It was almost like a spray can, man. I mean, they would just spray the general area, and other parts of the body could get radiated, which is not good, And so that protects, other areas. It kind of acts as a target, if you will. And also, she said, we're going to put a gel bag between your colon and the area that we're radiating to protect your colon. And I go, okay, you're going to put all this stuff in me. And she says, yeah, we'll put the coils in. It's about an hour procedure. Now, again, as a novice, as a guy that's never really had anything done to me before, I've never even been completely knocked out before. I've never even been in I've never had anesthesia done on me. So that scares the hell out of me. I was thinking of my 1963 Comet. Now, I collect classic and restore classic cars. I got a very small collection, but one of my prized cars is a 1963 Mercury Comet 4-door sedan that I've been working on. And guess what I've been doing? I've been putting new coils in it. And then when she said, we're going to put 3 coils in you, I'm thinking of these coil springs on my 63 Comet. I go, they're not going to fit. But luckily, they're not that big. So a couple days before I went in for the surgery this last week, or a couple weeks ago, I don't know what part, it's part 4, yeah, last week. This young lady calls me up who's an intern, doctor. Says, hi, Mr. Bacon. Yeah, it's Mr. Bacon.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm Dr. Emily, and I'm going to be helping. I'm going to be on the team when they do your surgery for your coils.
I go, okay, that's great. So what's going to happen?
Oh, well, we're going to put you under anesthesia, and you're going to have enemas, and you're going to have to clean yourself out the day before, and you can't eat anything or drink anything the 6 hours before, and we're going to put you under anesthesia and do the process.
Okay, how do you do it?
Well, we're going to put a needle in you, in through your groin, and everything will go in through that.
Okay, that don't sound too bad. So what about the anesthesia? I've never had that done before.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is there any risks?
no, not really, generally, no. But there are a few things. I mean, some people have had strokes and heart attacks.
Strokes and heart attacks. Okay, great. So now I'm scared, and they're telling me this could happen to me. So I call up my son-in-law, who's an anesthesiologist, and he goes, "Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, Dad. I wouldn't worry about it." Okay. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. So the night before, I've got to go in and get this, right? I got to stop eating. I can't eat anything after 12 o'clock, midnight, right? And at, I don't know, like before I go to bed that night, and I go to bed late, I had to do an enema. I hate these enemas. They suck. I hate them. And we all know what an enema is. I'm not going to go into details. But you're basically filling yourself up with fluid, right? And waiting to do the deed. Very uncomfortable, not fun. I hated it. So then I go to bed. Now I got to be in surgery. I got to be at the hospital at 7:30 in the morning, which is an hour away. And before I leave, I've got to do another enema. Now you can't eat. You can't. They don't want you to eat anything or any stuff like that. You got to be clear. So I do the second enema, and it's like, oh man, I just hate doing enemas. You guys know what I'm talking about. Again, I'm not going to go into details about it, but I did all of that. Then we get in the car, and it's an hour away. The hospital's an hour away, so an hour away. We get there. They do a blood test on me. They made me put the Johnny on again, right? And they take me into this room, and they get me on this bed, and this nurse comes in, and she puts an IV in my hand, right? And my veins are hard to find, but she found one and put the IV in, and this is what they're going to put in you to knock you out, right? So my wife comes in with me, and now we got to wait, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And then the doctor comes in, my new doctor, the urologist, going to do the surgery. He's very sweet, very nice. I like the team. Nice little team there. I talk, this is what we're going to do to you, and we're going to wheel you in there, and we're going to do this to you, and it only won't take that long, and it'll be fine. Okay, goodbye. So I'm sitting there waiting for, oh, and by the way, welcome to my studio. This is my studio. This is where I work. This is a studio that I have, and I do this on the side. This is where I do stuff. And this is where I'm doing this. So anyway, they leave, and I'm waiting for the anesthesiologist to come in. She's going to be the next one to tell me what's going on. And I'm sitting there, and I probably shouldn't tell you this, okay? And I don't want to get graphic, all right? But I thought I had to fart, all right? Now, my wife's in the room, and as gentlemen, you all know, that we are masters at hiding our farts from our wives. I am anyway, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm, just slowly gonna fart. And I go, that wasn't a fart. In walks the anesthesiologist. I go, what? I said to my wife, I gotta go to the bathroom really quick right now. She goes, why? I go, I gotta go to the bathroom. I think I may have shit the bed. I'm not sure. I gotta get out of here. I get out of the bed. I'm standing there. I got this IV bottle I'm holding. I gotta go into the bathroom. I look at the bed. there's nothing there. I guess it was just a nothing left from the enema or something. I don't know. There's nothing there. And the anesthesiologist walks in.
Hi, I'm Jill. I'm your anesthesiologist. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom here real quick. So I used that as an excuse. I went in, came out, got back in the bed, got the thing all set up. She says, now I want to point this out from all the joking I'm doing, because I was horrified again. I kid about this stuff, but every procedure scares the hell out of me, because I don't know what they're going to do to me, and you guys don't know what they're going to do to you. And this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm telling you this stuff. It's not just to entertain you. It's to put your mind at ease. I want to stress that. To put your mind at ease. I chose radiation. I did not choose surgery. And I want to say this again. I'm just going by the research I did. And typically both procedures are pretty successful. But there are some cases where you may need to have surgery, or if you don't want to go through all the hassle of radiation, because there are side effects, and when that happens, I'll be telling you about it, you might want to opt for surgery, because if the surgeon says, we can get this all out of you, it'll be great, there'll be a healing time, but it'll be gone completely. Maybe you want to go that route, okay? I'm not saying not to do surgery. I'm just saying I chose not to do surgery, okay? So anyway, back to what's happening. The anesthesiologist says, okay, so do you want me to knock you out, make you groggy here before we take you into the surgery and set you up? I go, why? She goes, oh, well, some people are nervous. They going into the surgery. I go, no, I'm not. I says, I'll leave that up to you, Doc. It's your call. And she looks at me and she goes, okay, we won't do that. And I think that was a good choice. So they wheel me through this hospital, which is a trip, man. I've never been on a gurney wheeled around in a hospital. It's like that scene in the movie. There's guys looking up at the ceiling, That's what it was. Left my poor wife behind. And so they wheel me into the surgery, and there's all these people in there. There's quite a team. And they all introduced themselves. One guy was a physicist. I don't know what the hell he was doing in there. And then we got the nurse, and then we got the anesthesiologist, who was really sweet, man. She says, now, I'm going to take really good care of you, Mr. Bacon. You're going to be fine. Don't you worry. And I thought that was really cool when she did that, because, not only was she kind, but she was totally hot. Deep blue eyes. I'm going, yeah, okay, I'll trust you. Do anything you want. So the last thing I remember saying before they knocked me out, and the doctor told me this, is pull my finger. I don't know why I said that. Pull my finger. So they knocked me out. I wake up, almost seemed like instantly, but I was out for an hour and a half. They did the procedure. It was all done. And they put the gel bag in me. They put the 3 coils in me. And I woke up. I'm like, I'm blah, 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 and Mr. Bacon, how are you? And I go, I'm great. I'm feeling great. Pull my finger. No, I didn't say that. I just said, I'm fine, And they said everything went great. And they wheel me back into this recovery room. And here's the thing, guys. Dude, I felt nothing before or after. I felt no real pain at all. Nothing. I feel a tiny bit of pressure, I think on my colon area sometimes, not all the time. And it has to do with, that little gel bag they put in you to protect you. Oh, and by the way, the coils are permanent. They're there forever. The gel bag dissipates after a while. After, about 6 months or so, long after you're done with your radiation, it just kind of dissolves into your system and it's gone. So I thought that was kind of cool. But basically, I felt nothing. I feel nothing now. I didn't feel any discomfort. They said you might have to take Tylenol. You might feel a little pain. Now I don't know if they just did such a bang up job that I didn't feel anything, or I'm just one of these guys that got lucky and I don't feel a lot of pain. I felt hardly anything, nothing. It was freaking amazing. It still is amazing to me. And they also got back, and I don't know if I mentioned this in part 3, but I'll say it again. They got back the biopsy, and the biopsy said that it is not aggressive. It's on the cusp of being bad and not bad. It's on the cusp. So I got really lucky with this. Excuse me, catching it when I did. And the one thing the doctor said to me, which I thought was amazing, he says, this is Dr. Blickenblocken. You know, you could have had this for years. Years. And I go, really? She says, you're very lucky. It's slow growing. And as you guys may know by now, who have prostate cancer and been diagnosed with it or are recently, it's a slow growing cancer most of the time. Of course, if you wait too long, and I'm just damn lucky they caught it this year. If you wait too long, it can metastasize outside your prostate and get into your bones, and then it's chemotherapy time, you know? And I wish I could tell you more about, to you guys out there right now, who are on that boat, and you're told you may need chemotherapy. I wish I could tell you about that experience, guys. I'm glad I can't, but I wish I could. But the only thing I can tell you is you got to do what I've been doing. You got to just trust in God, and you got to trust in your doctors, and trust in your good common sense. You know, whatever your gut tells you, as far as all the options they give you, go with that. That's what I've been doing, and so far, my gut instincts have been pretty good. So it's over with. All the big stuff is over with right now for me. They called me yesterday and asked me how I was doing. I says, I'm great, feeling good. And they're all surprised by that. You are? You're feeling good? Yeah, I feel pretty good. No pain? I ain't got no pain. Well, that's great. So I don't know if it's going to be the same with you guys, but, you know, again, this whole thing that I've been telling you about, and now we're at part 4 of this journey on the Big C train for me. And what I call it the Big C train for is, it's like life is a train station. And you stand there, and there's certain trains you want to get on. You know, the train that comes, you're going to marry the love of your life. You know, the train that comes, you're going to have your first child. You know, the train that comes is you getting the first big job, you know, buying your house. All those great trains come, and you want to jump on them. But some trains come like the Big C train, the cancer train, and you don't want to get on that train. But it stops, and the conductor gets out, and he says, you got to get on. And you get on, and you're not prepared for it. You know, you go to the doctor like you've done many times before, and you're healthy and you're strong, and you travel and you go on vacations and you run your business or work at your job, and you love your children and your family, and you ride your motorcycle or do whatever you do and have fun, and then somebody tells you got cancer. Your whole world changes. You're on the train, and now you're riding it. And we're all riding it together, guys. And I make light of this stuff because the way I've always dealt with fear, and I think if you ever meet a comedian in your life, you'll find, like me, they might not have had a very good life when they were younger, you know, and it was tough. And the way they survived it was to make fun of it, to look at the humor and tragedy. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. This is a survival tool for me. And I'm not doing this to offend or to upset anybody or to make light of this, because I have it. I'm not talking about somebody else. I got it. And I'm doing this so you guys won't be as afraid as I have been, because you'll know what's coming, man, if you're on the same train I'm on right now. So I got through all that Coil stuff. I'm alive. I didn't have a stroke or a heart attack. I got this stuff in me. I got a 24 karat gold prostate. And I'm glad it's done. So now, what they're going to do next is they're going to have me go in, and they're going to do another MRI on me, and they're going to do what they call a test radiation thing, where they're not going to actually radiate me, but they're going to scan to see if these coils are in the right place and they're all where they're supposed to be, so they can target it just exactly right and not radiate anything else they shouldn't. And if that's all cool, that's all good, then I guess they're going to set me up to start doing the radiation. And the radiation is every day, from what they're telling me. It's going to be drive to this hospital for an hour every day and get a treatment, which is about 20 minutes long. And I'm going to have to do it 20 times in a row. That's what they're telling me. And that's the cure. One thing I don't know if I've shared or not, but I'll share it now. And if I've already shared it, forgive me. I don't mean to be redundant. But when I was trying to make the decision between surgery and radiology, I met two guys randomly. One guy was an Irish guy at an ice cream bar that I was getting an ice cream at. And I overheard his wife say, "Well, you know, since your prostate issues, you seem fine with this now." And I looked at him. I go, "Excuse me, man, can I'm sorry I overheard, but did you just say you had prostate issues?" "Oh, yes, I had prostate cancer. It's all gone now." This guy was freaking 90 years old. He was old. I go, well, I got that. It's like we're a member of a club. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, boy. But you'll be fine. Did they catch it in time?" And I says, "Yeah, they told me they caught it in time." "Well, what are you going to do?" I think I'm going to do the radiation." "Oh, well, that's fine. That's what I did. Did you get the hormone therapy?" I go, yeah, I'm getting that now." "Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be fine." I go, "Well, is this recent with you?" He says, No. I was 70 when I got it." The guy was 70 years old when he was diagnosed with his prostate cancer. All right. He's 90 now. This is 20 years ago. So they didn't even have the technology they're using on me now. And he got the radiation, he got the hormone therapy, and the guy's 90. He says, "Every year, every 6 months, I get my PSA, and it's 0. I go, "That's awesome." So, you see, there's guys out there that have already gone through this, that have walked into my path and helped me, and that's why I'm going the road I'm on. That's why I'm on this particular train. All right, guys, so that's the end of part 4. Thank you for watching this. If it's helped you, I hope you like the video, and please subscribe so more guys can see this. This isn't a money thing for me. This is a get the word out thing. Please share it if it's helped you with other people you know have it. And we'll see you on part 5, which will be the targeting scan they're going to do on me. And then what's going to happen after that, okay? Take care, guys. And remember, don't be a hater. Be a subscriber and be a doer. Take care.